Hello everyone, Frightful_FBY, back with another video. Today we are filming a Frightful Friday video, and this time I'm not alone. I have two special guests with me. I am here with It's Game Over 6091, aka Elijah. Say what's up.
Sup?
And the guy who you haven't seen in over like a year or 2 years, Kill Code Money Making K9. Say what's up.
Hey, what's up, y'all guys? I'm sorry I've been away. For this summer, I'm with my dad for maybe... I hate to tell the truth, but the schedule's messing up and stuff. My parents are being dumb at the moment, so it's either maybe 23rd, because I have to go see my grandma the last time before she's passing away, or
I have a question.
the 30th. So I'm sorry to disappoint y'all guys.
Alright, Elijah, you get one question. I'm not trying to have 5 minutes of y'all talking about stuff.
Alright, Kill Code. You're called Kill Code Money Making K9. Do you even have a job?
Bro, you know what? Yeah, I do. It's called life.
Hey, I got that job too, man. I got that job too.
Nice.
I'm planning on getting me a job soon.
That's good. You know, that's.
Oh, you don't have a job yet?
Make a quick buck.
You dare ask me that?
Man, get the heck. All right, come on. Let's.
Okay,
My God. All right. This video is made by Mr. Nightmare. So make sure you guys. The video will be linked down in the description. So if you guys want to go check out the original video, the video will be down there. And let's get into the video. All right, you ready? On 3.
What are you
pause the
streaming
video.
on Twitch or YouTube?
I'm not streaming. I'm just recording.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Ruining everything, God.
Alright, can we record? My gosh.
Yes,
Alright. On the count of 3, we freaking we unpause, alright? 1.
2.
Oh yeah, by the way this works, after every animation we will give our rating on it. Alright, freaking 1, 2, 3.
These are 3 honeymoon stories. Oftentimes, newlyweds take their honeymoons in foreign countries where the locals may not always speak their native tongue. In one of these stories, that exact scenario proved to be a problem as a matter of fact.
How the fuck do they understand
Learning a
each other?
second or third language can prove to be a very useful skill that will come in handy many
Do they
times
just
in your
look
life.
at each other?
Babbel has now made learning
Sign
a new
language.
language
Shut
easier
up.
and more fun. All you need is 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh my
and
gosh,
within 3
dude.
weeks, you'll be quickly picking up a new language.
Come on.
Unlike other language
Really?
apps and websites,
The last-
Finessing us
Dude.
just like that.
The last guy I would
From preparing
expect
you
this
for
from.
conversational language that you will be able to use in the real world. Also, be sure to check out Babbel Live, where you can also take online classes
Bro,
in
I'm
real
skipping
time for
this.
a more
I'm just
personal.
gonna
Bro,
listen to
I
it,
don't-
y'all.
Right
Yeah.
now, if you buy
care
6 months,
about-
Babbel is offering you an additional 6
lab.
months for free.
Hold up, I have to
That's the
remember
link
my
in the
French.
description.
Bonjour, oui oui, toi sucer. Alright, here we go.
Story
Story 1. Bro, this
Nate
music,
Daniels.
man, it gives me chills.
For my wife and I's honeymoon, we went to Hawaii. Our hotel was on Maui.
Bro, that
which
be
we heard
looking
was the
like
best
Far
island
Cry
for couples
Beach.
and honeymoons. The hotel was on the beach.
You know what I'm
Every
talking
night
about,
there were
right?
Sport shows,
Yeah.
luau's, and other kinds of live entertainment. During the first few days, we did a lot of drinking and restaurant hopping. On our 4th day, we wanted to explore one of the jungle hiking trails, as there are a bunch on the island, and it was on our
What are
bucket
those
list for the
supposed to be,
trip.
volcano
We
girls?
drove our rental car a long drive to the nearest parking lot to PPY Trail, a long scenic trail
Did he
in
say
bamboo
PPY
forest in
Trail?
the jungle. The
Yeah.
trail would eventually lead to numerous waterfalls and hidden
Don't be
ponds
immature,
that you
bro.
swim in. We were told about it by some locals
Ah,
and
yeah,
other
you're right.
tourists.
Professional.
So that's what we wanted to do. There were a few cars in the parking lot, but the parking lot wasn't just for this one trail. Walking down the path for a while, it truly was just a wall of bamboo on either side of us. It was truly an environment I'd never seen before. My wife stopped us and pointed at a small animal slightly off the trail. It was a mongoose. It was stopped, looking at us, and we both thought it was a
Oh
deer.
my god, so
My wife
beautiful.
started approaching it slowly, bent down to appear smaller and less intimidating. I did the same. Of course, the little creature ran away pretty swiftly, and my wife chased after it goofily. I followed suit.
Why?
As we got deeper into the jungle, straying away from the trail,
What a
Idiot.
pendejo.
water.
This is a
there
horror
was a
story.
waterfall nearby. We followed the sound of it until we came to this beautiful pond with a small waterfall pouring into it. We dipped our feet in the water, and it was a surprisingly comfortable temperature, and it was deep enough to submerge ourselves in. So we decided to do a little skinny dipping, knowing how unlikely it would be that anyone else would be here. Well, apparently we were wrong about that, because as we were in the water, my wife shrieked and said, "Oh my God," as she pointed at some older man in a straw hat.
It was juicy. Give me them toes.
Jungle, half behind a tree, staring at us. I'm too nice of a person, so I waved for some dumb reason, instead of yelling to stop creeping on us, because that's what it looked like he was doing. He didn't wave back, he didn't smile.
Bro, he just wanted toe
I
pics.
looked at my wife and said we should leave, but she didn't want to step out of the water naked.
You recognize that, Chris?
I kind of agreed.
Yeah.
So now I called out to him, asking if he needed something. And only then he called back in a surprisingly deep voice, saying he's looking for his dog. I said we
Corpse
haven't seen
husband.
it, and then he walked away. I said to my wife we need to go immediately. We got out of the water and got dressed, then tried to find the trail. But we couldn't find it.
I hate this.
We strayed far enough away from it that we were apparently lost. We had lost the direction we came from, and there was no cell reception out here. It was getting late in the day, and panic was setting in. By the time the sun was setting, my wife was in tears. All the while, as it got darker and darker, we felt as though we were being followed, hearing footsteps every now and then. It reached the point where the jungle was completely dark now, and we had to use our flashlights on our dying phones. But when we heard footsteps coming from behind us again, I whispered to my wife to turn it off to not reveal ourselves. We felt like we were being followed for hours. After turning out the lights, it was pitch black for a second, until my eyes started adjusting.
I would
to
have
the
yelled out,
darkness.
"You want some spare
As soon as that
coochie?"
happened, I noticed the figure about 10 feet away, and it was
Paladin?
creeping closer.
Ooh.
I backed away slowly
Scared
as I
the
pushed my
crap
wife
out of me. I
behind me.
wasn't paying attention.
Bro, what
said,
the
"What do you
fuck
want?"
is that?
Very
It looks
nervous
like a
voice.
fucking...
My wife
Sorry for
apparently
the
didn't
cuss
see
words,
him,
YouTube.
so she turned her phone's flashlight back on and aimed it at the figure, revealing it to be that old man with a straw hat and beard holding a hacksaw. We both screamed. My wife let out a scream
Bro,
of
it's
fear
just
while I
Chainsaw
screamed, "Go, go,
Massacre,
go," to
don't
her.
worry.
We ran through the jungle without any lights. There was just enough light to barely see where we were going. We ran and ran and ran, thankfully wearing sneakers and hiking attire. Eventually, I got cell
Why would
reception.
you bring
Music is
So we
sneakers?
ran
You
back
would
to the
need
parking lot we came
boots.
from, which took a good 10 to 15 minutes of running. We made it back to the car, and at that point, it felt like we were given a new chance at life. The next day, we went straight to the Maui Police Department and reported the whole incident in an attempt to warn other tourists who may be
Bro,
visiting that
actual
specific
footage.
trail.
Let's go.
After that, we tried the best we could to continue our honeymoon, but it definitely put a damper on things.
Oh, I'm getting an ad. Okay, well, I stopped it right before the ad. That's the end of the first story. I give that a 3.5 out of 10. It wasn't all that.
I'm gonna be rough with this right now. No scares whatsoever. 0.
0 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
You know what? I'm gonna give it. You see, it was not that scary. I'd give it. You see, the imagery and the music is what probably made it.
Yeah, the
scariest.
imagery and the just the storytelling and the music. That's a 3.5. But the
Like,
scary
that
ain't
gives
no scary.
that gives me 1.5.
1.5.
And then next one is Story
That was
2
the one
by
that I just
Corey
scared of
A.
the
Okay,
Roblox
Corey A.
game.
We'll be right back after we get done watching this ad. Alright, We's Max. So yeah,
Hey everyone.
I gave it a 3.5. Elijah gave it a 1.5, and Killcode gave it a 0.
Sadly, it was not scary.
We got Story 2 by Corey A. Alright, here we go.
My honeymoon was in Sicily. Our hotels were in Palermo, Cefalu, and Messina in that order. While in Messina, we did most of the sightseeing at sites like Taormina. Messina was packed with beautiful old
That's
architecture.
Well,
and
then
museums.
I'm
That's
sorry.
what my wife Patricia and I enjoy the most. Messina is a port-heavy city, and like the rest of Sicily, there are a lot of English-speaking tourists, but also a lot of Italian-speaking locals. We don't really speak any Italian beyond maybe an elementary level. We'd have a lot of locals approaching us trying to sell us things. At night, the vibe where we were was fun. Lots of music, people drinking and dancing and whatnot. We were partaking a little bit, while also continuing to walk around and explore. The night got the better of us, and we ended up getting pretty drunk, and the time flew by. Pretty soon it was past midnight, and things outside on the streets were simmering down. We took a wrong turn back to our hotel, and kind of
That
lost our way.
small-ass bar serving
Eventually, we
all
ended
those
up in a
people.
sketchy alleyway, and Patricia was getting upset that we seemed to be entering a sketchy area. I put my arm around her to make her feel safer. Suddenly some guy came up to us obnoxiously close, speaking Italian like a machine gun, so quick we couldn't even attempt to understand any words.
Your guy's dead yet? Hold on, let me keep
Bro, he
going.
did the 10-second thing
I
again.
kept saying this word phantasma. At that moment, I didn't know what that word meant. I pushed the guy out of our faces and walked Patricia and I quickly out of the alleyway. He yelled more stuff at us in Italian. I didn't understand a single word of it. As we got away from him, I googled what the word phantasma meant, because it was the only word that he kept repeating that stood out. It means ghost, and when we found that out, we looked at each other. I couldn't help but nervously laugh to try to
ghost,
get
come on
Patricia to
now.
laugh as well, simply because it sounded ridiculous. We were in this
Fata,
dark,
fata,
sketchy area
fata.
of the city for sure. There didn't seem to be anyone else around. We'd normally call an Uber, but it's not even a thing in Sicily, so we had to walk it. I have to admit, I was probably as uncomfortable as Patricia, as we'd heard certain parts of the city were unsafe at night.
Heck no, bro.
There was this
Freaking
quiet woman's
bro.
crying sound coming from behind us all of a sudden.
Bro, I'm
We
running.
both heard it, and we both looked back. There was this young but freakishly tall woman about 10 yards away from us, walking slowly
Yo,
in our
Lady
direction.
Demetrius?
Her face was buried in her hands. Her face was actually
2
unnatural.
I had
She
to.
2
looked
meter
taller
tall
than me.
giant.
In fact, it was so creepy that even Patricia, who's usually a sweet, nurturing person, whispered that we should get the hell
Bro,
away from her.
freaking.
We jogged down this narrow street
I'm
and turned
running
left
away
to
from
another
her, bro.
alleyway.
I don't trust
Turned
somebody
back
that
against
tall.
the crying sounds.
What,
The woman
Lady
was now at the end of this
Demetrius?
alleyway, just
I don't
behind
even
us,
trust her, bro.
still walking at the same slow speed, her face still
No
buried in
matter
her
how
hands.
sexy she is.
It felt like we were in this channel of alleyways and narrow one-way streets, and every time we turned,
Bro,
we still
why
hear
does
the
it
crying
sound like
behind
the
us.
Left 4 Dead
It only
witch?
stopped when we made it back to, I guess, what you'd call one of the main roads with other civilian traffic besides us.
You get it, your
From there, we
tampon
simply
is
walked
bleeding.
back to
You're
the hotel.
bleeding.
Whoa, okay.
Go
Patricia
grab
kept
one.
insisting
Whoa.
what we saw
I'm
was
sorry.
a ghost, and every time she said it, it gave
My
me
bad,
chills.
my bad.
This story doesn't do it any justice in explaining just how disturbing seeing that tall, lanky woman walking towards us in that alleyway was. Not to mention that guy say the word ghost in Italian over and over. I'm not ruling it out as some kind of
Another
crazy
ad, bro.
over-the-top joke.
You want
For
me to
all I
pause?
know, we ended up on some Italian YouTube prank channel.
Yeah, I got another second, but I
Alright.
didn't watch the third yet.
Alright, we back. Freaking Elijah went on without us. So freaking.
Bro, I only watched the. There's only a couple more seconds left.
Alright, well, let us watch this.
Patricia insists on believing it was actually a ghost we saw, and it still gives me chills thinking about that possibility.
No, you're right. It was just a few more seconds, and now I got to add. No, whoa, oh, blur that. We cannot. They don't pay me to sponsor them. Blur that. Editor me. I know I don't edit videos like this, but blur that. Blur that. They don't sponsor me, so I ain't gonna promote them.
Does that say Oregon?
No, just don't say anything. I don't want them to get.
Okay.
All right. I
Ooh,
would rate
freaking-
that like I don't know, like maybe a 6
I give it
because
6. Bro.
I really don't like ghosts. Ghosts of that, just stuff like that, the paranormal.
Bro,
I don't mess
freaking-
with that.
Bro,
so-
freaking.
Bro. I'm not gonna lie,
See-
I'll mess with ghosts all the time.
Oh, no,
You
bro.
Give me a Ouija board and I'm already summoning like 100 of them.
Bro, I rated it a 6 just because the sound effects like of her weeping, that made me very uneasy.
You know what? I'll give it a 0.5.
Hey, we all thought he was gonna rate it as 0.1. That exceeds
Okay,
expectations.
because of the crying. Because of the crying. Alright, the crying I feel glad about the crying.
You
I
feel
feel
good
like the
about the
did.
crying?
Yes, yes. I smiled when I heard that for some reason.
Like, Elisha, I have a question for you. I'm gonna put you on the spot right now. How many likes for this video to get for you to play the Halo campaign with us? Like, we play the first one. You have to at least play it the entire first Halo campaign. How many likes on this video?
Valid in which Halo though?
Halo. Freaking either Halo 2 or the first Halo. I don't know.
About ODSTs.
Bro, you got get like 10 likes.
10 likes? 10 likes. You promise?
10 likes.
You promise.
I promise.
Alright, everybody, you better get us up because
within 2
Elijah
months.
is
Within 2 months.
stubborn.
Within
Alright,
2 months. If
You
can
guys
get 10
heard the
likes.
man. 10 months. And, I mean, not 10 months. 2 months if we can get 10 likes on this. If we can get 10 likes on this Frightful Friday video, then Elijah will film. He will play through the entire first or second. Well, probably the first Halo campaign with Kill Code and me.
Guys, I just want to let you know, Elijah does not. He is stubborn and he does not want to play Halo, so you probably get a good reaction out of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think they can do it, bro.
I believe in us, the Fire Nation. We have.
I'm a part of the Fire Nation. You know what? I'm gonna be so confident. I'm gonna like that video.
All right. Kill Code, you gotta like that video too.
Alright, bet.
Alright, we gotta
get everybody he knows.
Yo, Kevin, like my video right now. I don't care that you don't got me. Jeans like this video. KJ like it. Mine like it. All of them like it. Alright, we'll be right back after I get done watching this stupid ad. Alright, we back. Wait, Kill Code, can you say the F word so I can make this video not made for kids?
Fuck, shit, piss.
Alright, thank you. That's all I needed. Alright, that's all I needed. Alright, so I gave it a rating of 6. So did Elijah, and Kill Code gave it a rating of 0.5.
No, I gave it a 0.5.
Yeah, you get a rating of 0.5. But yeah, as you guys heard, Elijah, man, said freaking, hey, 10 likes, he'll play the entire first Halo. And we get to record it. So.
Oh yeah, by the way, addition, guys, to my
just
return.
the campaign, not the entire
when
one.
it's nighttime.
Yeah, just the first campaign.
When it's nighttime and me and Baladin's time.
Yes, it is.
We're recording on the spot. Y'all guys will get a fresh new video.
Hell yeah. Alright, we are starting the third story called Anonymous.
No, it's not called Anonymous, it's
said by Anonymous, even though it's voiced by the said guy.
Back at the Far Cry breed.
We're doing all right now, but back when we got married, we were struggling. So when it came time for our honeymoon, we couldn't go all out and blast all our money. My wife, who I'll choose to keep nameless, was doing research for affordable beach getaways, and she found a private house in the Bahamas for 3 nights on Airbnb, so we went with that. After flight tickets and the cost for the rental, it didn't even come out to that much. Upon arrival, we entered the code for the padlock on the door to let ourselves into the home. It had a spacious living room and kitchen, a large bedroom, 1 bathroom, and a big back deck that led to the private beach.
I gotta lie, that
We
looks
spent
kind
all
of
the
sweet.
first day on the beach, then walked to a nearby restaurant for dinner. When we got back, this is where the weird things started happening. As soon as we walked in the door, we noticed things seemed like they were in the wrong places, like our sandals, our bags, and so on. Nothing was missing though, so we accused each other of having moved the stuff beforehand. We jumped in the hot tub that was on the back
They
deck
argued
for a
for
while,
50
until we
seconds.
both heard something from inside the house, like a bang or a door closing. I got out from the hot tub to check, tripping all over the floor of the house.
Bro, is that
doors
the
were closed,
sun
though.
in the
Didn't remember if they
nighttime
were
or a
open
light?
earlier or not. I checked the room and it was clear of any intruders, as well as the bathroom. I went back outside to grab a towel and put my clothes on. I was done in the hot tub anyway, and so was my wife, though I was growing a little suspicious, or cautious you might say. The second day we sat on the beach for a while again, then went to some of the touristy areas of the Bahamas and did dinner. When we got back, again, we felt like things were different. Our stuff seemed to be in the same spots, but the bathroom and bedroom doors were open, and we didn't remember keeping them open. We knew it was possible we were being paranoid now and didn't actually remember how the doors were left, but still it was getting uncomfortable now. We made sure all the windows and doors were locked, and we skipped the hot tub that night. We just watched movies on the TV in the living room, as there was a bunch of included streaming services on there. There was no upstairs to the house, yet we thought we could hear little taps and whatnot above our heads. Maybe the roof? Maybe an iguana or some similar creature? At this point, we were even starting to think there might be some kind of Bahamian creepy crawly in the house. It seemed like a more logical explanation as to there being an intruder in this relatively small space. That night, I was in bed before my wife. She was in the shower when I heard her scream. I basically exploded out of bed to run into the bathroom. She turned the water off by then and told me that there was something in the vent above the shower. I got on the ledge of the tub and looked in it, but it was too dark in there. However, I did hear some tiny noises coming from in there. This almost confirmed that there was a rodent or some small creature in the vents of the house. Still, we had one more day, it wasn't our problem.
Next thing you just hear.
We went to bed together. The next thing I remember was waking up to my wife shaking me. She had this horrified look on her face that immediately sent shivers down my spine. She told me to listen, and the silence of the room allowed me to hear it. This frantic whispering sound coming from the ceiling, particularly one of the ceiling vents. That was it. I grabbed my phone to call the owner of the
Bro,
Airbnb.
it's just your crackhead,
I heard
Carl.
the ringing, but simultaneously I heard this vibrating sound from above us. Immediately I started to think, wait, is there an upstairs that the owner is living in? The vibrating above us stopped almost as quickly as it started, but the call was still ringing on my end. Curiously, I took my phone's flashlight and aimed it up through the vents, and for just a split second, I saw someone looking down through the vent into the room. Most notably, I saw their eyes. We packed all of our important stuff as quickly as we could. It took all of about 30 seconds and we were out the front door. We ran through the sandy dirt road until we came to a street, then we stopped to catch our breaths. We stayed in a cheap hotel.
Bro, where's your car?
The last day we spent most of it waiting at the airport, but we reported this incident to Airbnb and we got all of our money back, and I'm pretty sure Airbnb banned the owner of that house's account. We didn't pursue anything further with legal action, as we were just happy to get our money back. Nothing of ours was missing, but who the hell knows what kind of shady shit he was doing there when we weren't in the house.
Okay.
Bro, you know what?
I'm gonna give that a 5. I don't think it was as scary as that second one.
You know what? I'm thinking.
Alright.
0.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Elijah, what do you rate it?
See, I feel like it could have been done better. Cause, like, I've heard, like, intrude houses. I'd say that. 4.
4? Okay. Whoa.
Now it's my.
What'd you say?
I say my scary story.
Okay, yeah. He wanted to say a scary story.
So, this kid, he sitting on the couch with, and
Bro, if I think about it, Velvet. Oh, sorry.
they hear some noise outside, but they don't. Oh, so kid, he goes to the bathroom, and as he's up there, big noise down stairs, and then starts hearing rustling, scream, and the second they hear the scream, he bolts out of the bathroom, goes to his bedroom,
What am I doing?
thinking that there's an intruder in his
Talking
house.
to my friend. Sorry if I woke you up.
And he went into his bed and went under the covers, thinking the person wouldn't go after a kid when he's sleeping. Next thing he knows, he sees a figure opening his door. It's dragging a very big thing. Can't see at the time because it's too dark. And it places the figure onto the chair, staring right at him. And when he squints his eyes really hard, he sees that it's his dead mother with her throat slit, her eyes looking up in the back of her head, just staring at him. And then the figure brings his dad in and just lays on the floor. And then the figure slowly goes down under his bed. And before it went under his bed, it went onto the wall and drew something that he couldn't read at the time. But then the figure goes under his bed, and after minutes of just thinking to himself, I cannot move, because if I move for 1 second, it's gonna see me. Well, not see me, but know that I'm moving and try to kill me. And so he muscles up the courage to look at what it was. So he moves a little bit to make the image look a little clear, and squints his eyes, and he sees that it says, I know that you're awake, John.
Are you watching a video right now, Val Legend?
No.
No, that no was different.
I'm listening.
My story's over.
I give it, if a great is good and a good is a great and an okay is really good, I give it props. So you guys can tell me what that rating is.
Did you say?
Just
Okay, I heard
say, like, 1 through 10.
I heard you say the figure slit the mother's throat or something.
Yeah,
If you would've
I
said
give it a
blood-
5 out of 10 because there's no music and there's no sound effects.
If,
I mean, how am I supposed to do
Man,
that?
I don't
you
know.
What? If you would have said blood squirted on the ground from the figure slicing the mother's neck,
No,
I'd at
the
least
neck
give
was
you
already
2 points.
sliced.
Okay, alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Kill Code, for coming out.
You're welcome. I'll either be back to record a game video with you on the 23rd or 30th.
Yeah. And
And then what about me?
thank you, Elijah, for coming. I was getting to you. Alright, I was getting to you. Thank you, Elijah, for coming out. Thank you. You know, this is the first video that you'll actually be in that I pay you for. How crazy.
Yeah, give me them 20 cents.
Yeah.
Right now. Venmo me right now.
I got you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider subscribing. And Kill Code and Elijah are gonna give one reason why you should subscribe to the Fire Nation. Elijah?
Because if you subscribe right now, like I'm saying right now, you will get the abilities to put flames on your fingers.
Okay.
No joke. No scam. True.
Alright.
Yeah, guys.
Kill Code, why should they subscribe to the Fire Nation?
Alright, first off, my boy over here, he's been with me for years. Me and him together
gonna make a long story.
wars, through everything. So I think y'all guys should do him a favor and slap the shit out of that subscribe button. And did you know if you hit the like button, it turns blue?
You okay there, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, that's why you should subscribe, and the reason I say you should subscribe is because it's free, and it's free. What more could you ask for? But anyways, guys, this is Frightful _3Y, signing off.